Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, good morning, wherever you're located throughout the globe. Today, I want to speak on some verses in Ezra chapter 2. It's about genealogy, required genealogy, and it had to be patrilineal and continuous. And we'll get into that. Okay, I'm going to start reading from uh, Ezra chapter 2, verse 1. Now these are the children of the province that went up out of the captivity of those which had been carried away, whom Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had carried away unto Babylon, and came again unto Jerusalem and Judah, every one unto his city. So they had demographic places to go to, according to their tribes, every one unto his city, which came with Zerubbabel, Jeshua, Nehemiah, Sariah, Realiah, Mordecai, Bilshan, Mispar, Bigvai, Rehum, Baanah. Mordecai is mentioned there, and whom we know from Esther. The number of the men of the people of Israel. Okay, now let's go to verses 62. Well, actually, I'll start at 59. And these were they which went up from Talmalah. This is verse 59. Taharsa, Cherub, Adon, and Emer. But they could not show their father's house and their seed, whether they were of Israel. The children of Delilah, the children of Tobiah, the children of Nekoda, 652. And of the children of the priests, the children of Habiah, the children of Koz, the children of Barzillai, which took a wife of the daughters of Barzillai the Gileadite, and was called after their name. These sought their register among those that were reckoned by genealogy, but they were not found. Therefore were they as polluted, put from the priesthood. So that's the end of verse 62, Ezra 2:62. So those that were seeking to be reestablished back in Israel, coming up from the captivity, had to have a written genealogy, patrilineal and continuous. We did Numbers chapter 1, and we talked about that a little bit. And here are some other chapters that will explain this to you. Numbers 36, verses 5 through 13. Ezra chapter 10, verse 3. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 2. Ruth chapter 4, verses 18 through 22. And you can look at a lot of places like First Chronicles. You can see how the genealogy is recorded patrilineally and continuously. Now, like why I say continuously, because Ishmael was a son of Abraham, but he was not through the lineage of Isaac, Jacob, and the 12 tribes, which God's people were called. And the people of the 12 tribes as we discussed back in Numbers chapter 1, had a genealogy, continuous and patrilineal, back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Now, the modern Jewish do not have this, and that's why they can't have any priests, or they're not really a Hebrew people. They don't have a genealogy, a patrilineal genealogy. They made up a matrilineal law, the law of return to modern Israel, but it's in direct contradiction to the patrilineal law of the Hebrews. And that's why we're going through this today. I show you what was required of the priests, especially in verse 62, Ezra chapter 2, verse 62. Okay, so let's go into this a little bit. Eli Bikshu, these saw Tavam Hamit Yahasim, they saw their writing of their family genealogy. We're in verse 62, and I'm going to throw a little of the Hebrew context here. But they were not found. Below Nitsayu, and they were not found. The Yigo Alu, and they were therefore as polluted, defiled. So a priest had to have this genealogy to perform his work. And what it's saying here in verse 62, those that did not have this genealogy lost their job and their recognition as a priest of Israel. So what we're getting to here is to be a Hebrew, to be a member of a tribe of the Hebrews, you had to have patrilineal genealogy. Just like if you go get a driver's license, the state has to know something about you. Not anyone can just get a driver's license. They have to take a test, they have to give the information they need. Well, to register in Israel as a Hebrew member, they had to have patrilineal genealogy, not matrilineal like the Jewish, and they're not a Hebrew people. So when we go into these other studies, you'll see it much more clearly. Have a nice day.